Three, two.
Mr. Draper,
What's going on? How are you?
back again.
Third time's a charm.
Is it been the third? Is this the
This
third?
is the third time, yeah.
Well, no.
Yeah, it is.
Time flies.
Time flies.
Time flies when you're having fun, I guess.
Telling you.
How is life?
Life's good, man.
Is it?
It's busy.
In what sense?
Working, I'm traveling a bunch. Like, feels like Halifax is like my third home right now. To be honest. Yeah.
Is that a good or bad thing?
It depends.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad.
I hear it can, that's the thing. I live here, but I hear when people come back, they go, it could kind of be a bubble sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't feel like I'm in a bubble because I live here. But when you live away and you come back for months at a time, you feel that bubble. Do you feel like you feel a little bit of a bubble or not?
A little bit, but I love it here.
Yeah?
Like, and every time I'm away, like, I don't know what it is, but I just want to come back every time.
Really?
When I'm in Van or Denver, it's like, like, I enjoy my time while I'm there, but it's good to be home. Good to enjoy people and, family and stuff, so.
It makes you appreciate it.
For sure.
It makes you appreciate this
sure.
part of the world. Not even the landscape, but like you said, the people. Something is the little things. Just the little things of people holding the door, people asking how are you, people asking about your family. It's it's a rare thing in today's universal society, I
The
guess.
city's got a different vibe to it, man. I've been to a lot of cities the last year, and Halifax is still up there for one of the coolest cities.
I like it as well because it's
Yeah.
young. It'll always be young as long
Yeah.
as those universities are here.
I agree.
Which is great for this business.
I agree.
Like that young demographic.
I
It's
agree.
fun. It's a good time.
Mm-hmm.
So what's up, man? You're good? Everything's good?
Things are good, man.
When do you head back? When do you leave?
We got the email a couple days ago. We start November 2nd back in Denver.
Such a middle America town.
Yeah, it's cool.
Was it a little nerve-wracking going from
For sure.
Halifax to
For
Denver?
sure. It's big city. Big travel day. First time went down there. First training camp last year, they lost my gear on the way up there. So I had to wear all new gear for the first practice.
Look,
Welcome to the NLL.
like I've worn new hockey gear, and yeah, it sucks. But new lacrosse gear is the worst.
I only had my head, like that's the only part I had. Like new helmet, new gloves, new everything. I only had my head. Like I put that on and put it in my backpack.
I still have lacrosse gear from like my third year lacrosse, like shoulder pads, arm. Like why would you? You don't need to change.
I still wear it from like when I have my shoulder pads from when I was in Pee Wee.
In the NLL, you wear shoulder pads from when you're in Pee Wee.
Yeah, I'll send you a picture when I'm wearing them tomorrow night.
No way.
They're like a bib, yeah.
Tomorrow night. What's tomorrow night?
We have like a floor time, something like the NLL guys and all those fellas over at the Gray. So
oh yeah.
yeah, KJ's putting it on.
The Gray. That's not the Bulls. Gray's the. I know. Yeah. Sorry.
The other, yeah.
My rinks are getting mixed
the
up.
greasy
here.
one in Dartmouth.
No, I know. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's rumors that there was rumors that the Thunderbirds were going to buy that and put turf in it.
They should, because the concrete's terrible. There's no AC. They don't do anything to it. They just open the door and say, "All right, guy, like we have to sweep it ourselves if we want to use it."
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's terrible.
Keeps you humble.
Yeah, for sure.
I bet it has a nice smell too.
Oh, it smells terrible. Yeah, you can't wear nice shoes in there because they'll be all dirty after and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But it's good. Yeah, that'll be fun.
When the trade went down, was there a sense of like my hometown doesn't want me, or like what was the sense when you got traded to Denver? Were you happy? I want to prove these guys wrong? Where was your head at emotionally?
Well, I was released from Halifax actually.
Yeah.
After training camp, and then that whole year I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't like in the league at all. That's when I went to BC last summer and played senior A in Coquitlam.
Arguably the best jerseys in lacrosse.
I would say one of the best, to be honest. And yeah, I had a good summer, really good summer. And then so my two coaches from there are actually the coaches of Colorado. So they were kind of like, doing some, whatever you want to call that. Then a couple of months later, I signed in Colorado.
And no regrets.
No regrets. No, I love it. Yeah, I was talking to a couple teams like last summer after the summer, but I thought, like I'm familiar with these guys and, I know how they run stuff. So
Pacer had a similar story where he had a coach, I think, where did Pacer go to school?
He went to Brock.
Yeah, and he had a coach there that coached for Philly, and that's how that whole thing happened.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's a very similar way. When you just talk to a coach, you get to know someone within an organization, and if they like you, you'll go there. Is that?
For sure, yeah, especially like in the summer, like summer ball and stuff. Like I was with those guys every day for, 3-4 months, right? So they see you, they get to know you well, like they know how you play and stuff, and, if they think you'll fit, then, they said, hey, like we want you to come play with us.
So do NLL teams like build through the draft or build through free agency?
A bit of both. Like the free agency is definitely, I'd say, bigger than the draft. Like obviously, a lot of guys live in Toronto and BC too, so that helps like those teams. Like Toronto's like filled with like just Toronto guys that are like super good because they don't have to travel like as much and all that stuff. So, and all those coaches in the NLL coach in the summertime too. Like they're all in like the MSL, WLA. Like every coach in my league is an NLL coach. Just getting guys come play, like just getting guys' ears and stuff. And
I've heard that's
crazy. It's just crazy how it happens. You can kind of see it even when you're like playing against them. Like, a couple weeks later, this guy gets traded to like the team he's coaching. You're like, oh, that's crazy.
I've heard stories that some of those leagues are better than the NLL. Like it's more competitive and more. That's what I've heard.
A lot of guys like they're playing for their hometown and stuff, and they're almost like all-star teams. Like the Man Cup's going on right now. New West and Six Nations are playing. And I would say that Six Nations team would be like the best team in the NLL for sure.
Why is that?
I don't know, man. They can pay guys money to come play for them and stuff, and I don't know. He's bringing a lot of guys, and when people want to win a Man Cup, it's like the biggest trophy in lacrosse, debatably. So
yeah,
people want to win, and yeah, like their team's stacked. It's like there's like 4 or 5 MVPs on their roster. Just playing summer ball, yeah.
Oh, is it ever frustrating though, like building chemistry in the NLL? Like the most times I've ever been really successful at lacrosse was playing on those provincial teams, but you're practicing every day, playing 4 times a week, and you're just like you're just killing yourself for the game, and it's the best I've ever been because I played every day.
Right.
Is it tough in the NLL to build chemistry with teammates?
I feel like some teams might have that problem, but kind of everyone's going through the same thing. Like some guys will live in Denver and like that, but obviously most guys are like working like day-to-day jobs and stuff. So we're all going through the same thing. Like we all get it, but when we see each other like Friday to Sunday, it's like, worth each other like every minute of the whole weekend. So it's like kind of hard to not to get to know a guy, and like you have a roommate, like usually like someone new every other week. So which is good. You get to meet new guys. Like I'm like good friends with all those guys now. So yeah, it's good.
Any run-ins with Colorado Avalanche players in the hallways?
One time. So I don't even know how they did this. We played at 7 that night, and they had like a matinee on like Saturday at like 12 or 1 o'clock. So as we were leaving, like as we're coming in, they're all leaving, and we kind of like ran into like Cale McCarr and all that stuff. And like I don't know him, but like my goalie's like a big deal in Colorado. So like he's like, oh, what's up, boys? Like how you doing? Like all that, and like yeah, it was pretty cool. But other than that, like nothing really.
That must be so cool. Just not even in your home rink, but just to be able to go in other like professional stadiums and just see behind the scenes. That must be sick.
So cool. Like we're in Calgary, like Denver. Like you're walking by like the Avalanche locker room and like the Flames locker room. You're like, oh, there's so many like just awesome athletes have been in and out of like that dressing room. It's like it's a pretty cool feeling.
Yeah, it's history everywhere you go.
Yeah,
history.
Buffalo's cool. Keybank's a cool arena to play in. They fill that place up, and like Sabres locker room, all that stuff. Like it's super cool.
Yeah, I've heard good. Yeah, Buffalo. Oddly enough, I've heard just really good fans.
Oh yeah,
great fans.
We played them in the finals, and I think we played them twice in Buffalo. They sold out like 19,000 both games. No, it was rocking.
Is that the most you've ever played in front of?
I wasn't playing, but it's the most I've ever like seen like in a building at one time. Yeah, it was crazy.
How did you feel about the travel?
It was good. Like it's obviously tough. Like I'm 2 to 4 flights a weekend, like usually 2 to get to wherever I'm going on the West Coast, and then like 2 home. It's not like the worst, but it's definitely could be better, but can't really complain about it. Quick flight to Toronto, then usually Toronto to wherever we're going. So
yeah. So where are you resigning for the majority like of the year? Like where's home?
I was in Halifax like most of the time last year. I would stay a couple weeks at a time. Like I stayed in Denver for probably like 3 weeks total. Then we were in San Diego for a week, so we stayed down there for the whole week. That was pretty dope.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah. Went to Vegas a couple times. Just stayed for the weekend though, just in and out. You can't stay at that place too long.
Why is that?
Vegas is scary, man. Scary. I lost my wallet one time coming home.
You lost it or someone stole it?
No, that's we don't know, but lost it, never found it, never got a call or anything.
No.
I had to get like a new ID, new credit card, new health card.
Did you have your passport still?
I have my passport, yeah. My passport's always in my backpack, but my wallet, I lost it somewhere and didn't realize it until I got to Toronto. I was just hungry. I was like, all right, phone's dead. I was like, I need to get some food. And then I was like, just, scrummaging through my bag and realized I didn't have it. And I was like, oh, what a nightmare this is.
Awful. Worst feeling, especially in the country where you're not from.
Yeah, it was terrible. I
don't know what the Canadian embassy's like in Vegas, but I'm sure it's not the best place to go.
It's at the bottom of the Luxor.
Yeah.
It's like, all right. Yeah, you got to spend $100 you want to talk to us in here. You're like, all right, whatever.
You got to spend $100 if you want to talk
to us.
All
right, man, whatever.
You got to bet roulette. Yeah. If you get on black, then you can talk to us. Yeah. If not, see ya.
Yeah, it's good. That place is, usually fly in, practice. Then the next morning, like shoot around, and then you're basically like going to get lunch, taking a nap if you like are a napper, then go to the game, and then you're usually flying out the next morning. So it's a pretty quick turnaround, but
Sick.
It's good.
So what are some things you've learned about yourself as a player at that level? What are things that you're working on in order to compete?
First thing is that you're not as good as you think you are. Like coming out of junior and all that stuff. Like obviously, like here, I was like, oh, you know, like.
Yeah, don't burst my bubble. I think I'm still pretty good.
Yeah, and it's like you get there and you realize, like, you know, let's say in junior here, like, you know, there's probably like maybe one other guy that like was at my level at some point, and then you get there and there's like, you know, 50 other guys in the league that are just as good as you are at what you do. So it's humbling for sure, but you know, it makes you want to work a little harder, get better. So
is there a part of yourself that you've just like never met before? You're like, all right, Brett, you're gonna have to dig a little bit deeper here.
For sure. Training camp last year was tough. It was really tough. They put us through the ringer last year.
Like beep test ringer?
No, they weren't nothing like off floor fitness, but just like the pace of practice, and it's like everyone's so good. Like we're not dropping balls, like just stuff like that. So high pace, like you won't see like 2 drop balls like ever, like at a practice in the NLL. If we drop 2 balls, our coach is gonna run us. Like
no,
if we drop 2 balls, it's like a problem. Yeah, but just like it doesn't happen. It's not expected to happen. Like we all should be able to catch them past this point. So.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's crazy. The pace is crazy.
I've never been through a lacrosse training camp in my life because in Halifax, if you show up, you're on the team.
Yeah, literally.
And I've always, not always, I think from the outside looking in, it would be awkward being that guy who's trying really hard on defense. Is that a thing, or is it no? Give it everything you absolutely have.
No. Like
I don't know. I just
practice games. Like we
practice.
We go hard at practice. Yeah. Like some of our practices were harder than like our training camp dates for sure. The night before a game too. These guys just gotta, your
own teammate. You're hacking his arm.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm trying to, like at the end of the day, they're all my like good friends and teammates, but like I want to play over that guy. So if I'm working hard at this guy at practice, maybe I'll get in the lineup. So it's like it's a tough balance to find, but we all get it. Everyone's trying to play, make more money. So.
Yeah, it's something I just don't get. It's something I've always just showed up. You're on the team.
Yeah, it's crazy. Was
that the first time that you were in that environment? Because like when you go out to Coquitlam or wherever, you're on the team. There's no tryouts, is there?
No, like in Coquitlam last summer, it was like kind of show up and they're like, you know what? If everything goes good, we'll keep you like like after the deadline, which is like July 1st. So you already would have played like X amount of games before. And then the thing with like summer ball too is some teams are still playing like up until. Like, we were the last team to, like, finish in the NLL. So we were done, like, first week of June. We missed, like, 3 summer ball games already. So we had, like, 7 guys from Colorado that are on my summer ball team. So we came back and, like, X amount of guys got cut, like, right away. Just because they literally just needed guys to play those games till we got back.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't know that's how it worked over there.
Yeah. Yeah, because what a roster's, like, 18, 20 guys. So, obviously... Yeah, I think 6 or 7 guys from my like Mammoth team were on my Coquitlam team. On
Coquitlam and in Colorado, is it coach calling who's up next, or was when I played? It's just you just keep going down the line. It's not all right. You're out. You're out. You're out. Is it all right? Draper, you're out. All right, whoever, you're out.
Yeah, sometimes like there's situations where like we'll just roll the lines, but there's a lot of times power play, penalty kill, ball team. If you're in like a tight game, a game we kind of need to win. If you get off your gas, coach is like, hey Draper, like I need you right now. You're like. All right, like I'll be back. So yeah, like I don't know, in the NLL and like summer ball, like it's kind of expected. Like every guy can play, like and guard anybody, but there'll be times for sure where you'll be double, triple shifting depending on the situation.
Jesus.
Yeah.
How's your cardio right now? How many miles do you think you could run right now?
I don't know, probably a lot. I don't really like train like that. I do a lot of like sprinting and stuff.
You ever run up Citadel Hill?
No, I haven't run up Citadel Hill. I do a lot of like treadmill sprints at the gym. I'm on the floor a good amount too, so. My cardio's good. I've never like ran like kilometers or miles like that, but I feel like I could go for a while just because I wouldn't want to stop because I want to go for a long time. So
nice.
Yeah.
Were you just coaching a Nova Scotia team?
Yeah, I was coaching the field U19 team.
No way.
Yeah, and I'm not a field guy either, so it was a pretty big learning experience for me too.
Well, that's pretty.
It was good. I mean,
you're coaching D?
Yeah, I was a D coach, just yelling at them.
Yeah, he just bought a long pole, showed up, acted like you knew what you were doing.
Yeah, well, so Liam, like Gogan was the head coach, John Gogan, and then Liam McGraw, he was like the O coach, just won like a national championship with Lenore Ryan, like D2. So he knows what he's talking about like a lot. So he was like kind of running the show a little bit. And then I would just be back there just yelling at the defense, just like, who's help? And like, we got to hit people. So it was like, it was pretty funny, but they understood I was kind of learning, but I got it to a point where I could kind of like put those guys in the places where we needed to. So
nice.
It was good. Yeah. We finished 1-2-1.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where was it?
It was in PEI.
Okay.
First time ever really like being in PEI too for like a couple of days.
Yeah. How was the turnout in PEI?
Good. There was 8 teams in our division and 10 in the U17. They said it was the most teams ever had at one of those tournaments.
Man, lacrosse is growing.
Yeah, it was good. A lot of good games too. Ontario ended up winning both finals.
Nothing new.
Beat BC by 1 or 2 goals in both finals.
What is it about Ontario? Is it the number of kids that are born there? Is it the coaching? Is it just they start at an early age like we start hockey? What is it?
I'd say probably all 3, to be honest. Like obviously having more people helps for sure, more people to choose from. A lot of those NLL guys and like professional guys like are from there too, so they're the ones that are like going back and coaching. Like there's like some of those like Orangeville teams that are like minor, like their coaching staff is like the same coaching staff that's like in the NLL coaching like 12-year-olds. So they just bring them up. They just like go with them up until like junior, and they're just stacked. Always just so good, so polished. I've watched like Bantam games where like they like break the ball out better than like our junior teams here, which is just like crazy to think about. It's like would they beat us? No, because we're too big and strong for them. But like they just like don't like they're just way more polished than the junior teams here, which is crazy to say, but it's true. Wow. Yeah. Same with BC, like same thing. Like they're definitely 2 like highly populated like lacrosse cities in Canada, Vancouver and Toronto. So it's just it's crazy to see those young teams, those minor teams there, are just so like developed and way more ahead than we'll ever be.
That puts such a responsibility on your shoulders.
For sure.
It's like you just, correct me if I'm wrong, but like you just can't come here and like sit on a couch. Like it's almost your duty to.
Yeah, and it's like
it's your duty to coach and give guidance.
Yeah, and like I don't want to. I want to be the guy that's like getting kids like interested and involved, and just trying to get them to the level like me and some other guys like are just fortunate to be at right now.
I'll never forget my first experience on a national stage. It was in British Columbia, Burnaby. I don't know, U15 something. Mm-hmm. We've all been there, and we got there on a practice day, and the team before us was, I don't know, it was Iroquois.
Yeah.
And it was just, everyone knows this moment if you're coming from Nova Scotia. You walk out there and you see these kids the same age as you, just zipping, no drop pass, mm-hmm. just zipping, hitting, little light tap. I think I saw the can opener for the first time in my life during this practice right before us. And it was just such an eye opener to see these young kids the same age as me. They got muscle, they have skill. They even like look good. Like their gear even like looks better. Right. It was just so crisp, and to be able to see that for the first time as a 31-year-old man, I'll never forget it. Never forget it. And then playing against Ontario, I remember we were warming up, and I had the worst warm up ever because I was just watching them.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't think it was either Ontario or BC, someone we didn't get to see practice, and I remember just looking at that warm up, being like, Jesus Christ.
It's crazy too. If you look back at those rosters, like you'd probably be like,
Jasper,
probably 10 of those guys like on those Ontario teams would still be in the NLL to the day. I found the other day I was like just going through some of my old stuff. I found like my like pamphlet from like my first time at Bantam Nationals. I was like, let's go look through these like rosters, see if I recognize any names. Like almost every province, I recognize like 6-7 guys that are like still playing like high level to the day. It's crazy to think. A bunch of my BC buddies are on like Team BC and stuff, and it's just like crazy that we played those guys like so far long ago, and now we're all just like playing against you like still. It's just like it's crazy.
Yeah, it's a drug, that game, man.
Yeah,
I haven't played in 3 years, and I walked into the senior championship game the other day. Congrats, shout out to the Orangutans, and I was hooked right away. Like I got mad that I didn't have my gear on. Yeah. Like the smell, the sound, the squeaks, the little fights in the corner, the fuck you, just like I found myself getting upset. Yeah. It's a drug, that game. It's unbelievably addictive.
Yeah, I don't even know how to explain why it is, but I love it. It's like my life. I base everything else around it. So
yeah. You love it that much?
Yeah, I have to.
Wow.
I have to.
To be at that level, you have to give it. You have to be in 100%.
You got to be 100% in it, or you're not at all.
Can't be a 50-50 guy.
Can't be.
Is there any guys that you play with that are that good that?
Well, like I mean, like yes and no, I guess. Like I have a lot. Like some of my like teammates are like some of the best in the world. Like our goalie, shout out Dylan Ward. He's like one of the best field goalies in the world, and he's like debatably the best box scorer in the world too. He works for the Mammoth. Like he's just he like lives, breathes it. But yeah, there's just guys like that. They're just like, I don't know, it's crazy. Like they just have this aura to them, and it's like they're just them.
Yeah,
just so good. I just don't get it. I'm like, I really just don't get it. Like these guys are scoring like 100 points like a year in the NLL. It's like it's just like something I will never do. And it's like I can accept that now that I'm in the NLL. It's like I will never be that guy, you know.
Yeah.
I know my role. I know what I'm good at. I know what I'm not good at, especially at that level too. So
I had this conversation with Morgan Barron, plays for the Winnipeg Jets. It's like he plays with guys who puts up 100 points in the NHL, and he's like, I'll try to compare myself to them because like they don't do anything that differently. Like there's nothing incredibly insane about them, but somehow they just put up 100 points, and it's just an odd thing to look at compared to the little things that they do so correctly. Because the big things, the buddy's dumping the puck, going to get it, gets to the front of the net. Puck deflects off him, goes in. But he's like, it's just those little details that they have mastered. I think they said that about Kobe too. He's like, he was just the fundamental genius.
Oh yeah.
Like the little fundamentals, the little things that the average person doesn't see, they're just masters at. And apparently that's what makes these athletes so great. They're just fundamentals, little details, just perfect.
Yeah, I've heard like guys talk about Kobe. It was like he wouldn't like look for like an opening against a D guy. He would just try and get to like spots on the floor that he knew he could make a shot from like 10 out of 10 times. So he's not even trying to beat you like to the net. He's just trying to beat you to like a certain spot on the floor where he can pull up and like hit a jump shot that he knows is going to go in like 99 out of 100 times. Which is like a crazy thing to think about. It's like, some guys are trying to go that way. Well, he's just trying to go that way just because he knows he's not going to miss from that spot because he's just done that shot so many times.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. It's like a different mindset almost. That I haven't figured out yet.
Yeah. Fundamentals are boring too.
Yeah.
So they're tough to practice.
I don't want to work. I want to go down and sling breakaways on Nate. I don't want to. Yeah. It's crazy.
It is. It's fun to watch though.
It is
seeing
fun.
Like great players play. I think that's great where the Thunderbirds come in here and you get to see some of these. Not that the Thunderbirds don't have great players, but just seeing the best in the world come to the city. It's a lot of fun.
They play a lot of good teams last year too. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's full of them. Obviously, it's like it's the highest league you can play in, but yeah, some of those guys are just like next level. It just like it almost doesn't even make sense. Like some of it's just like situational stuff. Like they're so good growing up, and it's like they get in the league, and like they're just like automatically like that guy already. But then it's like you get to take like some guys can just shoot the ball whenever they want, and no one's gonna say anything to them, right? Because they're expected like eventually they're gonna like put the ball in the net. So it's like just keep shooting. Yeah.
Just keep shooting.
Yeah, we got guys like that. Every team's got guys like that. You gotta trust your guns, right?
The shot clock's at like 25 seconds. You just let one rip anyways.
Oh yeah, we had a guy on our summer team. Shout out Clark Walter. He was our guy. Like so, it was like you can do whatever you want. Like
green light.
Like if he takes a bad shot, runs the bench. It's like all right, maybe don't shoot that next time, but like keep shooting though, because like we need you to shoot the ball. So it's like guys like that they're in a different level, like different space. Yeah.
Playing the percentages.
Yeah. I got a little bit of a leash. Like sometimes, like take a couple, like on a breakaway or 2-on-1. It's like okay, maybe let's pass that one next time. So,
yeah, fair.
Yeah, I get it though.
How much fun is playing in Coquitlam? When I went as a kid, and I don't know what day of the week it was, but it was packed. Fans were there. Jerseys looked great. Floor was great. Popcorn, I remember to this day. How much fun is it playing there?
It's awesome. Yeah, the WLA is like a super cool league. Like again, it's like basically all pro guys just playing in the summertime, right? So it's like still like the best competition you can play against. Like some of those cities, like we get like pretty good amount of fans. Like some like a team like Victoria over on the island, they have like 3,000-4,000 people like at every game. It's like a little like. I don't even like. It's almost full. Like it looks like it's full. It's packed too. It's like Queens Park, New West, same thing. Like it's always just jumping in there. It's like just like something about it. I don't know. Super fun. The energy's crazy.
Yeah. Well, BC in general just
It's beautiful.
Has like a vibe about it.
I love that place.
It's fun.
Yeah, we're probably like Coquitlam's like 40 minutes from Vancouver, like 30, 40. But yeah, it's just like so much going on. It's so busy. Like there's so many people there. The mountains are beautiful. Yeah.
There's so much to do outside of the game.
Yeah, I fell in love with that place for sure. Yeah.
Shamrocks, where are they?
Victoria.
Yeah,
it's Victoria.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, on the island.
4,000.
Yeah. I've played there in front of like 4,000 people in like a summer league game, which is crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Getting around in BC is fun too. Like everyone, the train system's good out there.
Yeah.
If you got to get anywhere, you can get somewhere on the train. The Sky Train.
Yeah, Sky Train's good.
You get there anywhere.
We usually take we'll take like a bus to like they have like 2 big ferries that go from like Vancouver to the island too, and those are super cool too. They're across like the ocean, kind of like the mountains are everywhere. It's crazy. First time when I was there last summer, it was like everything we did every day. I was like, this is just unbelievable. Like, this is crazy. I was there for a week before when I was younger, but like I was like 12 or 13, so I didn't really appreciate it that much.
Yeah.
Like to the day, even when I got home like this summer, I was like, man, like that place is special.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good place.
100%.
Yeah.
Were you there when the fires were going down?
That was like kind of when we were leaving, like towards the end of the summer. I got back like beginning of August. We didn't make the playoffs this summer, so.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's
okay.
One. Yeah, we had a big. So last summer we did great. We finished like first in the WLA. Got bounced in the first round. Had a tough matchup against Nanaimo. And then this summer, a lot of guys didn't come back. A lot of guys played Senior B and stuff. So we just had like a whole different team, and it was kind of tough. Like I said, like we had a bunch of guys come in late and stuff.
Yeah.
We were already like 0-3 at that time, so it's like we're already chasing, and it was tough, but it was good. Saying like competition, like awesome teammates, great coaches, everything about that was good. Yeah, we just couldn't buy wins.
Playing lacrosse could be worse.
Could be worse.
Could be way worse.
In BC, could be a lot worse.
100%.
Could have been in Saskatchewan or something.
They got a lead there?
No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't.
No, but I just remember going to that game, Adnax. Just eye-opening, too. That whole trip was eye-opening, just going to BC and seeing the lacrosse culture. It was sick. Yeah, they just take it so serious.
Yeah, and I went there last summer, like, same thing. Like, you show up, and, there's, like, probably last year, we probably had, by the end of the year after, like, the season and stuff, like, there was probably, like, out of, like, our 24 guys, like, 17 guys were, like, on an NLL roster. So that just, like, shows, like, how, like, deep some of those teams are. And, yeah, just... like MVPs, like guys that are like best in the world. Our goalie last summer, Christian Del Bianco, he won MVP the WLA, and then during the NLL this year, he won MVP the NLL. It's crazy. I'm just like hanging with that guy all the time. Like just sit by him in the locker room. You don't even realize like the pedigree those guys have. Man, in the lacrosse world, yeah.
So same question, like what is it about them that make them great?
I don't know, man.
He's exactly. You're like Baron. I don't know.
I can't even, like he's just like he's a regular dude. Like, and obviously, like guys like that, I heard about them before I went up there, but. Even me, I got there the first time. I was like kind of nervous. Like go to our first practice, like meet all these guys. Like like I was kind of fans of them almost. Right? I wasn't at that level they were yet, so it was cool. But yeah, it's guys like that. They all like most of them just work like regular jobs, like day to day. Then just like I don't know, they have this switch like just turn on the weekend. It's like Christian. He's like he just has his own like construction company during the week, and then he's like the best goalie in the world like on the week. I don't know.
It's the people's game.
It's crazy.
It's the people's game. It's just the regular guy going around playing on the weekend.
It's crazy.
The people's game.
And they're like sick for what they have to do outside of lacrosse. Like, I'm sure a lot of them like can't commit like 4 or 5 times a week to the gym and like training and stuff. So like just how like athletic some of these guys can be, like just from like, like doing the bare minimum just to stay in shape to play on the weekends. It's like incredible. Like if everyone got to focus like 100% on lacrosse and like just see where the game could go from there, it'd be crazy.
That's an interesting thought. I never thought of it like that. If you guys were getting paid year round.
Like if every guy could just play lacrosse and not work, like it's already at like like the lacrosse are at like the highest level it's ever been, but it would just take a whole nother step because everyone would just be so much more dialed in.
Man, I wonder if that's like a thing in the future. That's interesting.
I mean, they're trying for sure. Like it's definitely like on their to-do list. I don't think it's gonna happen like anytime in the next like 10 years, but there'll be a time eventually where the guys will be just playing lacrosse.
You think?
For sure. Yeah.
That'd be cool. I hope I get to live and see that world.
Yeah. There's a lot of guys that play in both leagues, like the NLL and the PLL, and like all they do is play lacrosse. They make enough money, and those are the guys that are like, like the best of the best.
The real deal.
Yeah.
Some of the stick work on those guys, it's
crazy.
Ball in and out of their stick, but then it's right back in their stick because the guy that they pass it to is just as good.
You can just pick a corner. It's just like, I think I can shoot pretty well. Like some of these guys, it's just like, they can hit a corner like 10 out of 10 times. Like they can put the ball like wherever they want.
When I went to the Prague tournament and I got to play in the All-Star game, and that was one of the most fun games I've ever had because no disrespect to anyone I've ever played with before, but you got the ball out of your stick, it was back in your stick 2 seconds later.
Yeah.
And then you had the respect of, okay, if I give it, you're giving it back, I'll give it right back to the next guy.
Yeah.
And it was just the most fun because I built chemistry with these guys over 2 hours.
Right.
Just playing a game and passing the ball around. It was so much fun. I couldn't imagine getting to do that every day. Just knowing like you said, no drop balls. Ball's coming in your stick. If that guy's in the corner and he's open and you zing it at him 75 miles an hour, it's going in his mesh and he's putting it in.
He's
like,
gonna catch it. Yeah,
like they make you look good.
Yeah,
it's just
true.
It was so much fun playing for that 2-hour All-Star game. It was sick. It's the best playing with other good players.
Yeah, for sure. Especially guys that are like, they know their responsibility and know just know how to play like at the high like that level. It's like First, it makes your job easier, like as an O guy, as a D guy. It's like you can trust like your teammates way more, and then it's just so fun to watch the ball just like zip around.
Isn't it?
5-on-5 defense. I'm a D guy, right? So I kind of enjoy that side of the ball. But yeah, even like the defensive side of the ball, when there's 5 guys on defense that are just like moving as like kind of like one player almost. You know what I mean? Like everyone's just like a unit, not like 5 separate guys. It's like fun to watch. Like you go back, watch film and stuff, and you're like, okay, like we were like really dialed in this game. Like everyone's just talking, communicating. Like the offense doesn't. There's nothing they can do, right?
Mm.
Pick in, switch in. They're trying to do anything they can. And when you're just like, when you're dialed, you're dialed.
You're dialed.
Yeah.
What's an ideal outlet pass for you? Guys coming to get the ball. Would you rather roll them the ball? Do you want to pass them the ball up top? What's an ideal outlet pass?
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't roll a ball to anybody, I don't think. Maybe like a bounce pass if I was getting like double teamed or something. I had to like throw it on the floor to like bounce up to him, but ideally just like snap it up to his ear and just let him run down the floor.
Would you rather him go up to the red line? Or I guess in NLL, just picture me talking about hockey. Like, would you rather him be up at the red line, you zing it to him on speed, or would you rather him come to you, just give him the ball?
No, I like when people are running. Like,
oh yeah,
yeah. I like getting like passes when I'm like running, because I'm trying to like go to the net. So like I'm sure most guys want the same thing. So
lacrosse breakout is the most interesting thing to me because it's so easy.
Yeah,
but it's not.
It's not at all.
It's all right, guys. Fire guy, go to the boards. The defender pass him the ball, then you guys start going on offense. But it's not that easy.
No, it's because the other D guys that are coming on to like press you are so athletic and stuff and so strong that it's like you can't run away from them, and like they're so good with their sticks to like getting lanes and stuff. It's a challenge. Yeah, I've even seen the NLL like sometimes like we've struggled to get the ball over half just because like other teams are so good and like guys are so strong and physical.
I've noticed with the NLL, the Thunderbirds, like having a good goalie with an outlet pass is key.
Oh yeah,
a goal. Well, I guess in pro lacrosse, every goalie's good with their stick, but
some are.
Man, having a goalie that knows how to make a breakout or an outlet pass can help.
Yeah,
can help.
I've been lucky. Like that's my game. Like obviously, like running the floor, like creating a transition, like having Christian last summer, and then like Dylan like this winter, like 2 of like the best passing like goalies in the world too. So it's like you can be like 100 feet down the floor at the other net and they'll put it right in your stick. It's just crazy. They can throw better with their goalie stick than I can with mine.
No, don't say that.
No, don't say that. For sure, man.
No,
for sure. That's all they do, because like I don't know, like that's all goalies work. Like that's all you can work on as a goalie passing is just like long balls to guys on the run. They're like quarterbacks. It's crazy.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's a good.
Just dropping it in there on the run. No, it's like impressive. It's really impressive. If you miss it, it's your fault. It's like not their fault. That's how good they pass the ball. Yeah,
I guess so.
Some goalies are okay passing the ball. Like every goalie's good, but some goalies can hit you like anywhere on the floor. Like doesn't matter where you're at. Like full speed, like half speed.
There's nothing better than a nice D guy who knows the transition's coming like 4 seconds before it happens, and he sprints to the bench, and that O guy has like 7 steps on that last defender, and then the goalie sees the whole thing go down, and then he's gone.
Just on a rope. Yeah.
It's the best.
Just on a rope. Yeah.
It was the best feeling. I remember every year we usually had like a pretty. I'm trying to think of our goalies coming up. But I always tried to have that conversation with our goalie, like, just look for me.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm coming off the bench, just look for me.
Yeah, I'll be open.
I'll be open.
Yeah, I'll be open.
Because it was the best way to get goals, breakaway. And then you can't really go to the deep boys, hurry up, because they're working their ass off anyways.
Hard.
But
they're working hard.
Having a defender, that one guy on, like, the top left, come right to the bench and sprint, and you're gone. Oh, it's one of the more satisfying things in sports, in my life at least.
For sure. It's funny you say that, too. Like, our coach is big on... the play's not done until you get to the bench. So,
yes.
Like, if you're kind of jogging the bench as a D guy, like really hate, like not as much a D guy, I guess, because like we get the ball on offense, we're kind of slowly going up if we have to. But if you're an O guy and you're jogging the bench, like when we're getting like ran on, like I've watched like coaches like freak out because it's just like reverse transition. Like they're just getting breakaways on us, right? Yeah. So it's like. That's always a problem in lacrosse is like, the old guys, like they're all like the pretty boys, like they score goals, like they'll mess up and kind of jog. And it's like, no, you got to get off. Like we got to go stop these guys from scoring.
I've noticed there's a little bit more leeway in the NLL with refs not calling too many men.
Yeah.
Like, there's been times where the guy's not even close and that old guy's gone.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's like some guys, and obviously like, Depends who's coming out too. Like some guys like have again more leeway. Like I think it's more like personnel than it is like the refs calling it. Like there's a couple guys I could like come to mind. Like they'll go early and the refs just don't call it because they're just like
They're vets.
Just vets. They've been doing it for like 10 years, and it's like if you call them now, then it's gonna be like there'll be a bigger problem. So it's like it's better to just like let it go then then it's like you're gonna hear about it all game and stuff. So yeah, there's definitely some guys that come to mind that can take off pretty early, and that's it.
Any welcome to the NLL moment?
Well, I mean, I told you about the luggage the first time, obviously, but I don't know. It's the first time I got a training camp. Like obviously, like you get signed to the team, and like you're just looking at like rosters and guys like highlights and stuff. But I think just when I got to like training camp and realized like how small I am compared to everybody else, like just how big like people are. Like even in like the summer ball, like like some of my teammates were bigger than me, but like I was the baby, like the small, just like height and like weight, just like one of the smallest guys on my teams. Like there's guys on my teams that are like 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", like 222. They're just like, yeah, I mean it's like, yeah, I'm 24, I'm a man, but these guys are like grown men. Like they're like so strong, and like Dylan Ward, our goalie's like 6'5". Like they're just like, you feel like a child almost at sometimes. It's like like you're on the floor with them, and I'm like the smallest person out here. Height, weight, like it's crazy.
Here's a Pitbull then.
Yeah, you gotta
be a Pitbull.
You gotta be. Yeah, you gotta be the guy that they don't want to play against, and that's what I try and do. Yeah.
Think about it though. Lucy's your lowest to the ground.
Oh yeah, just
you're right there.
Just throwing that stick around.
You can get your stick there quicker than the tall guy.
Yeah. It's kind of what I try and do. And if I can't pick it up, I'm just gonna hit it somewhere else where he can't go get it, and I'll beat him to it because I'm faster than him. So.
Do you like the turf?
Yeah, I don't love the turf. I like it. I don't love it. I like concrete more for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't like turf. Not that I play on it.
It's like, I don't know, you kind of got to get used to it because obviously it's like all we play on, practice on and stuff. But yeah, I just find from like NLL summer ball, like you just feel a little more obviously grounded on the concrete. I just feel like I move a little faster and all that stuff. But yeah, the turf's definitely something you got to get used to. The ball bounce is different too. All that kind of stuff. So a little different picking up loose balls too. You like, I don't know, you kind of get a little more under it. You can't just like run by, like scoop it. Like it's not going to just roll in you kind of. Yeah, it was definitely like a learning curve. Like I think my first time playing on turf, like a game was last summer, and then like went into the NLL, like probably playing like 2 games on turf, like ever. So it's definitely it was an experience, but yeah, like I'm used to it now. I don't hate it, but
I feel like turf way better grip, but almost too good of grip. Especially when balls are bouncing. Like everyone knows how Indian rubber bounces on cement.
Yeah,
a little bit different on that turf.
Yeah, I'm like a basketball guy too, so I'm used to like the hardwood, like concrete kind of stuff. Like there's a couple rinks in BC that have like hardwood. Like Queens Park has like, it's like a wood floor. It's like a basketball court. And Burnaby's like the same thing. That's like my favorite place to play.
Lacrosse on a basketball court?
It's like kind of in between, but it's like, yeah, it's like an NBA hardwood kind of.
Really?
Yeah.
Like in a rink?
In a rink, yeah. Yeah, it's awesome.
I'd like to see a photo of that. That's cool.
I'll show you it after. Yeah, Queens Park. Yeah, it's
Queens Park.
Queens Park. Yeah, it's in New Westminster.
Oh yeah.
It's like one of the oldest like arenas in.
Oh man.
Like in lacrosse, yeah.
Something about me in old arenas.
Yeah, I don't even know if they put ice in it, to be honest. Like,
why we can't put ice over wood?
No, I think it's just strictly lacrosse like all year round. Yeah, just the hardwood. It's super nice. Like the lighting in there is awesome. Like it's like if you're on the floor, you can't really see the crowd either.
Oh yeah.
So it's how like same as like in the NBA, I guess. Like that's how they have the lighting. But yeah, it's like a super cool place to play.
Do you ever play in Dalhousie? Are you old enough? Were you?
I think like one time when I was super young. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it wasn't like the
wooden roof.
Yeah, it was like the bleachers were on like the left side. Yeah. I played there like once.
Oh, that was my favorite. Favorite rink.
I think I was like Pee Wee or band. That was when I still like didn't even really like getting hit or anything. I remember when I was younger, I didn't have bicep pads for the longest time, so I actually like hated playing lacrosse. Like I enjoyed it so much, so I didn't want to stop playing, but I wouldn't want to get hit because it hurt so bad. I remember one time in that rink, I got cross-checked like right there, and like I was just like, I'm never playing this again. Like,
still got a bruise.
I was like, Mom, this is ridiculous. Like
that's why you play D.
I was like, no, that was not my choice actually. I was told I was playing defense, and I never switched back.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that happened.
Who told you?
Chet Konechny. That happened in probably like midget first year junior, I guess.
Oh yeah.
So I played offense for Dartmouth like my first 2 years, and I went to Orangeville when I was in junior B. I tried out as an O guy. I made it as an O guy. I just played my first game as an O guy, And then they just didn't like what I was doing on offense. I remember I came in the room after, and he was like, "You're never playing offense again." I was like, "Come on." Next practice, show up, and like obviously offense has like whites. D's wearing black. He's like, "Draper, grab a black penny." And I was like, "Oh, here it goes."
No,
haven't switched since.
What did you do on O that was like, no, I can't?
I don't know. I don't know if I was like wasn't banging the crotch enough or whatever. But first game's a D guy scored too, so. He was like, "I told you," and I was like, "Okay, like I trust you. I'll stay back here forever." Yeah, I've never changed since.
No way.
Yeah,
I struggled with taking pride in D. I didn't take pride, and that's why I was just like I obviously I didn't want to get scored on,
right.
But I didn't take pride in doing that double check. Is he still there? Or I always kind of looked for the interception.
Yeah,
the lazy forward offense fancy guy. That's me, and I just never took pride in like, okay, my guy's running up, I'll switch, you get him, but guys that I've played with that take pride in D, they're just so, man, cardio has to be unbelievable. Your head, I feel you got to exercise your neck because you always got to be looking behind you.
You can't be comfortable.
Your communication skills have to be so good.
Yeah. Your
stick, your awareness. It's almost like you have to be able to close your eyes and understand where everyone is around you. You got to feel everyone. It's a experience you have to go through, I guess, to know it, to feel it. But yeah, I just never took pride in taking that extra step to go follow my guy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like especially when you get to like that level, it's like those old guys are so smart. Like they move so well and stuff, and it's like yeah, if like everyone's not talking, if I'm like playing like up like top left, if my like the far crease guys like doesn't like that guy knows what's going on like just as much as I do because he's just doing both, you know. And it's like he's talking, like the goalie's talking, like when like a defense is really dialed in, it's like we're having like just conversations out there. Everyone's just talking to each other. Yeah. It's crazy. It's cool.
Do you ever get into that moment where you're so dialed in, the game slows down?
Yeah, it's almost like I wouldn't say like Steph Curry's talked about it a bunch. Like he's in like the flow state almost, you know, where he's just like like nothing can be explained. It's just like doesn't even feel like you're playing. I don't know if I've ever got to like that point before because like that just like sounds like it's.
You must have in your younger days, like playing for the Bandits. You must have.
Yeah, there's like times where you score a couple quick. You're like, all right, it feels like whatever I do, it's gonna go in, but like. Yeah, definitely. There's like definitely times where, like, yeah, you're just so locked in, like that, like you feel like you know you can do whatever you want, like you're not gonna get beat, and like everything you do is gonna go well. And I've definitely been there before, but like I don't know that flow state that he talks about. I don't think
it's rare.
I don't know if I'll ever reach it, to be honest. Like I don't know if we have like not the skills, I guess, but I don't know if like our game is like can be like I don't know, like explained by that, I guess, like because obviously in basketball. Guys like Steph Curry shoot the ball like 20 times a game, right? So it's like he has guys picking him up at like half. I've just like a different kind of skill set, I guess. Like you're pulling out from like 40 feet and it's going in. It's like there's literally nothing that can be done to stop you, right? So it's like that feeling. I don't know if I'll ever get that, but I think it'd be pretty cool. Yeah, it'd be something I'd like to experience, I guess.
I always thought flow state could be achieved by interceptions, almost like. You know, you're hard up on a guy and you see a guy in your peripheral to the right that's going to pass to his left and you're guarding the guy and you play dumb and back off him a bit.
Yeah.
And then you know that pass is coming. You have to cheat a little bit, unfortunately, but there's been a couple times where I was in a flow state O-D transition and it was almost like I was cheating the opposite way in order to gain success.
Oh, yeah.
And it's an awesome thing.
It's my favorite thing to do. Hopefully none of like my opponents are listening.
Oh yeah, sorry about that. NLL. Don't listen to this episode.
But yeah, I love kind of like baiting like the other guy like across the floor. Like if he thinks I'm not looking, like last second you just like pick it off and go down the floor. Score a lot of goals like that. Yeah, it's fun.
And you also that's another thing that would frustrate me about the NLL is you don't play guys enough. Maybe you do. Maybe video helps, but. Playing here, you knew everyone. You knew everyone's tendencies. You knew everyone's work ethic, how far they're going to run, how fast they're going to run, if they like to hang out behind the net. There was things you could just pick up on really quickly, especially if you played against them your whole life.
Right.
But I don't know. NLL's a different beast, I'm sure.
Yeah, there's you can't cheat as much. Obviously, in NLL, like again, guys are so fast. But like I've watched videos of like our old games, like back in the day from Dartmouth and stuff, where it's like you would see like. The old guys, if they seen me like up top, they would just be like, don't like on the power play. They'd be like, don't throw the ball over here because like Draper's gonna like pick it off like 100%. Yeah, like they would just like skip it like around me because like if we go to that guy,
that's flow state.
He's gonna pick it off and go. Yeah,
that's flow state.
Yeah, maybe I've been there.
You've been there.
Maybe I've been there.
100%. If you know what flow state is and you can talk about it, I think you've been there at least once.
Maybe I have that. Oh, well, hopefully I can get back there soon. Yeah, hopefully we can have a good training camp this year and. Like obviously the end goal is to make like the active roster and play every game, so we'll see how that goes.
When do you head out?
November. Yeah, first weekend's in Denver. We go Denver, Vancouver, Toronto, then back to Denver, and then after that weekend we'll kind of have like the roster finalized.
Oh, so you just mentioned like preseason games. Sorry.
Yeah, that's
like you head out in November for training camp.
Yeah, so I think our first weekend in Denver is like just practices, and then we go to Vancouver and play a couple exhibition games. Then we go back to Toronto and play Toronto in Toronto, and then our last weekend will be like probably like more or less like the team finalized like practicing, because we'll play the next weekend. Yeah.
It's a good life.
It's good. It's a quick turnaround, especially in the NLL. Like even like weekends, like you get home like Sunday night, and Monday you're getting ready for the game because you got to fly out again on Friday. You get bye weeks and stuff, so like it's not always just like week for like 18 weeks, but yeah, it's crazy. It's a lot. It's fun, but it's a lot.
Yeah, that's what you worked for.
For sure.
It's like you wanted to get here. You're here now, so you might as well enjoy it. Like let's keep grinding through it.
Might as well do it. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's exciting though. Yeah, hopefully things will be good. Like I don't really know how like it'll shape out, but obviously gonna go and try my hardest. So that's all I can do.
You said you were playing. You're just doing chuck around with the guys. You said tomorrow you're playing. Your shoulder pads from Pee Wee.
Oh yeah, I don't know what's gonna be. KJ just like texted a bunch of us and he was like, "Hey, like we're gonna give you guys some floor time just to be ready for training camp." Like there's like I don't know, probably like 4 or 5 guys here that'll be in the NLL and stuff, and then some of the other guys that are like still kind of like taking it pretty serious will be out there too. So we'll have some good goalies out there. I don't know if we'll scrimmage or just like do some drills, but it'd be good. I haven't even like I've touched my stick since, but I haven't like played lacrosse like actually like since like our last game in beginning of August.
No way.
Yeah. Good. Like the break was good. Like obviously I'm still in the gym and stuff, and it's like the body feels like way better than it did like during the season, obviously, because you just get like pounded all game. But good break. But yeah, I'm ready to go now. Ready to get back into it. We have like 7 weeks till training camp, so it'd be good to get back into it a little bit.
He sounds like us, just getting ready for the streaming season. Like our streaming season starts this week, but it gets really busy like in 2-3 weeks.
Right.
And we're just sitting here like
just waiting.
Yeah, it's just that feeling where you just. These weeks are just not pointless, but you just want to get going.
For sure.
It's just all right, let's go.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that first flight out from Halifax, like November 2nd or whatever it is.
Yeah,
just back to work, man.
Isn't it fun though?
Yeah, it's the best. It's crazy, like the turnaround. Like we finished in June, and I was like, oh man, like that's not gonna come by for so long. And it's like we got the email like last week, and I was like, oh, like here we go again. Like feels like we almost like we're just like together like the whole time. Like it feels like I was with those guys like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
time flies.
Time does fly, especially summer.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Summer's gone.
It's sad, actually. I love summer. It's my favorite time of the year.
Obviously. Do you?
Everyone, you gotta love summer.
Yeah, I do like it.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm like growing up, I wasn't a big winter guy. I never played hockey or anything, and I'm just like I just Grinch for the cold. Like I hate the cold.
Yeah,
crazy. I signed in Denver, and I hate the
cold. I heard it's actually not that.
It's not that bad. No, there was one time I stayed there one of the times I stayed there for the week, probably in February or March. It was like 35, just like a freak, like 35-degree weekend. So I had like I'm wearing like my parka to games, and I legit wore like my turtleneck and a parka to like this game, and it was like 29 degrees outside. Whatever, I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit, but
I don't know either.
Hot.
Go check out Colorado University of Colorado football game.
I'd love
Deion
to.
Sanders.
Yeah, up in Boulder.
Yeah.
Boulder's probably like 50 minutes from Denver. It's not like right around the corner.
Oh yeah.
But I'd love to go watch one of those games. Yeah.
That'd be sick.
I'm a believer. I think I'm a believer.
Are you?
2-0.
I think so too.
I'm a believer.
I'm trying to get into the NFL. I couldn't do it yesterday. Yesterday was the first week, right? Yeah. But I don't know. Deion Sanders. He sells a show.
He does.
He turned. I think last year they didn't have any wins or like 2 wins.
I think they were.
They had 0 wins. University of Colorado.
And now they're 2-0, right? And they sold out their arena for like their home, like whatever it is. Like I don't know how much it holds, but yeah, they sold it out for the first time in like so many years.
They had Shannon Sharp fly in. Is that his name? Shannon Sharp?
Yeah.
And Stephen A. Smith flew into the game the other day.
No way.
Just selling, probably boosting the economy. People flying in, hotels.
Oh yeah.
Dinners.
I can't blame him. Colorado's a beautiful place to be.
I've heard.
It's like the American Calgary, I guess. Like I don't know if that like offends anybody, but
why would that offend anyone?
I don't know. Maybe people don't like Calgary. I don't know.
I've never been. I flew into once.
Really? Calgary's super nice too.
Is it?
I like Calgary too, yeah. Vancouver's definitely nicer than I would say both of them, to be honest. But yeah, Vancouver's just like where the ocean meets like the mountains and stuff. Yeah, that place is awesome. But Denver's cool. Denver's super nice. The mountains. I think it's just a mountain thing for me. I just love the mountains.
Yeah.
They're like, they look fake. Like there'll be times you're flying in, flying out. You're like, those don't even look real. It's just like, well, cause we don't get those here, right?
Yeah.
So you only get to see them like a couple times a year. But
I'd rather the ocean. Yeah, maybe I don't know. No, I'd rather the ocean.
Well, Vancouver's got both. So
Both, well
yeah,
said.
yeah, Vancouver's got both.
I heard Calgary's actually a fun city to play in for lacrosse.
Super fun.
I heard it's great.
Yeah, they do it good. Yeah, it's yeah, like they get a lot of fans. We get a lot of fans. Like Halifax does a great job here. But yeah, Calgary's like they love it. Like the Saddle Dome or whatever it's called. Yeah, the place.
Or no, Scotiabank. Or I guess I think it's called Scotiabank Center.
I think they changed
now.
the name. Yeah, but
There's like 20 Scotiabank centers.
That's the same as calling I still call it like
Metro Center.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, I don't even know what it's called. The Scotiabank Arena Center.
Scotiabank Center.
Whatever. Metro Center.
I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
Scotiabank Center, I think. Scotiabank Center. It's not Scotiabank Arena.
No.
That might be the one in Calgary.
Yeah.
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 But I'm pretty sure people still call it
Metro Center.
Well, in Calgary, yes, Metro Center, but they call it Saddle Dome.
Oh yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
I actually didn't realize until we got there. We played our first game. It's literally shaped like it's called the Saddle Dome. It's shaped like a saddle. It's literally like it's crazy. I was like, that's crazy they did that.
I hear like the fans feel like they're on top of you. Apparently the upper bowl is really steep.
Oh, it is really steep. Yeah, it's like that.
And there's no like bad seat in the house. You could be at the ceiling and you feel like you're just right on top of them. Those are the best drinks.
Actually, I went to a Broncos game when I was in Denver, and we like bought the tickets like the day of, like me and a bunch of my teammates, and we were 3 rows from the top. Like 50, 60,000 people in there. We were when you're going up to like the upper bowl, it's literally like a ladder. Like you literally are climbing up it like this. I couldn't imagine like getting pinned and trying to like walk back down that. I couldn't even imagine. There's probably been so many wipes there I couldn't even imagine.
There's videos of people falling.
I believe it.
Like just after the game, just big old Americans stumbling down, rolling down like a bowling ball. Just
because we were just chilling. I almost like I watched people almost fall. I couldn't imagine like trying to fight for your life trying to get down those things.
But it helped. Like I get it. Like it sucks. It's steep, but man, you don't feel like there's a bad seat. Remember when we were in Boston? We went to Eastern Conference Finals. Same thing. Garden, 2 rows up from the ceiling.
The Garden's a good. I've been in the Garden once too. It's a sick place.
You feel awesome. Yeah. You're just like I see every shot.
Yeah.
I can still see the coach, the players, the jumbotrons right here. There's no part of you that goes,
oh, it's a bad seat.
I didn't waste my money coming here. Like I feel great.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. It's steep, and if you got a little banged up, you could fall.
Be tough. Yeah, be tough getting down there.
Oh, big time.
Hopefully next time I'm like down like lower bowl, kind of right by the field or something. That'd be cool.
Is Denver's rink nice? All these new rinks are nice. There's no bad seats.
Oh yeah. Ours is dope actually. Ball Arena's super dope.
Ball Arena.
Yeah. We play like same place like the Nuggets and the Avalanche.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. I've watched a bunch of games there too, like just like on our free time and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. The fans are crazy. Like from our games to like the Avalanche to the Nuggets, like they love sports over there.
It's a sports town.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
NHL champs last year, like NBA champs this year. I think that helped for sure.
Yeah.
I would assume like having those guys win last year, then like everyone's going to both games. The Nuggets were obviously sick this year, so yeah, some of those games were like crazy. I watched the Avalanche play the Oilers at that arena, and we actually seen Connor McDavid running stairs at Red Rock like the day before.
No.
I went with like me and my buddy. He just happened to be visiting at the same time. We went and just go like look at like the amphitheater or whatever. There's this big line, like a bunch of people. It's like, what's taking so long to get down here? It was McDavid and Darnell Nurse like taking pictures in like their workout gear. I was like, that is insane. This guy flew in like probably last night, plays tomorrow, and this guy's just doing. I was like, man, like, I was like, I feel like I should be doing these with them right now.
Yeah. You should have gone up there with them. Hey, boys, I'm playing here too.
I got to get my reps in.
Yeah. Do you guys want me to start signing some autographs? Sorry about that.
And like, I would assume they were probably there for a while. Like, I remember Darnell was like super sweaty and all that. McDavid looked like he didn't even break a sweat. Looked like he was just floating up and down these things. Just a freak athlete. Can't explain it.
How were his legs? Were they huge?
I don't remember. Probably jacked though.
Huge.
Yeah. He's not a big dude either. Like it kind of like threw me off. Like just how like regularly sized this guy is.
McDavid or Draisaitl?
McDavid.
Oh yeah.
McDavid. Yeah.
Yeah, he is lanky.
Just a regular dude. Yeah. It doesn't even look like he's like really like. I'm sure he's like in shape, obviously, but like you see a guy like that on the ice, like this guy's got to be like a machine. He's just like built like a regular dude. Just like the fastest person on the planet.
Have you seen him play live or no?
We've seen him. Saw him? It was crazy.
Unbelievable.
It was like he's just like head and shoulders better than everybody else on the ice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw him play in Vancouver, and he looked like he was playing a beer league game.
Yeah, same with Nathan McKinnon though. Like he's out there. Like those two are just like miles ahead of everybody else. They're just so much faster and stronger than everybody else.
Nate, oh yeah,
And you can just tell. Like they're just like wheeling by guys. It's like it's crazy to watch. And,
It is.
and I can't skate, so it's like it's really impressive to me. I'm like, well, I just don't even get how they can do that.
you must be able to skate though if you tried.
Yeah, like I haven't tried. Honestly, I haven't like put skates on in, like probably 5 or 6 years. I could like skate, but like the whole stop and change direction. I don't know if I was like had bad ankles or wasn't really like strong back then, but yeah, I don't know. I just haven't tried since. 'Cause I'm
It's
like,
not that tough.
I'm like, whatever, man. Like I don't need to skate. I'm never gonna play hockey. So.
This age, at this state, you're not going to try to pick it up right now.
No, maybe like whatever. Let's say sometime down the road, I have a child who wants to play hockey. Maybe I'll put the skates on again. But till then, I'm not touching them.
Good stuff.
Boys like, hey, want to go play pond hockey? I'm like,
No,
like,
it's over.
I'm good.
That's funny.
Yeah, you guys call me after, man.
How much time are we at right now?
58.
58 minutes? Oh, man, my bad. I didn't mean to. Do you have anywhere to be?
I have absolutely nowhere to be, brother.
You sure?
Nowhere to be.
I guess moving forward from now until November, hopefully going back to Denver, playing there, big dog style. What are you looking to do? What are you looking to improve on?
I think the biggest thing for me is one thing's always confidence, especially at that level. It's like not that I'm not a confident guy, but it's like getting comfortable like against like those kind of like caliber players. Like it's obviously like it's a lot different. Like everyone's like again like really good and stuff. So it's like just being comfortable like and doing what I do and what I know I can do. Like a big thing's like especially that like you got to realize like what you're like good at and not good at and like why you're there. It's like as a guy like I'm not gonna be like working on like offensive drills and like pounding the ball in the back of the net because like I'm just never gonna do that in a real game. So it's like defense, like loose balls, like that's a big thing that I was like picking up loose balls. Like if you can like be like a 8 to 10 loose ball guy a game, like you'll play like a lot. That's 8 to 10 possessions that your team like wouldn't have got, right? So it's like that's a big thing, and obviously it's like strength's a big thing too. Like a lot of those, like I said, they're so big and strong, right? It's like trying to push these guys and like push them around. It's like these guys are like 220, 230. It's like it's exhausting too. So like just obviously trying to get stronger and stuff like that. But in the gym, like trying to lift pretty heavy. So
Good stuff.
yeah,
You got a good head on your shoulders.
trying.
Sounds like you know what you're doing.
Trying.
Just got to implement them.
Yeah,
You got to go
sure,
for it.
for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah, things are good. Just working with my buddy's paving company right now.
Oh, yeah?
Just grinding.
That's
yeah.
what it is?
Yeah.
How old are you?
24.
Yeah, so you're doing the right thing.
Just turned 24.
Yeah, you're doing the right thing.
Yeah. You know Zach Harrigan? You know who that is?
No.
He's from here. Just signed with the Thunderbirds.
Oh, yes, yeah. Someone just sent me his number.
Bedford?
Like Sackville, same
yeah,
thing.
I know.
Same piss, different color. It's whatever.
Yeah, good guy.
Great guy. Yeah, me and him
Yeah.
actually just started like this like training kind of thing, like this like I guess it's a business, I guess, but like
Okay.
gonna run some camps and stuff for kids.
What's
like,
it called?
High Tide Lacrosse.
Okay, nice.
Quick plug.
I'll check it out. Go
Yeah,
for it.
check
Plug
out.
away.
Yeah, quick plug. Yeah, so we're gonna do that. Obviously, try and get some camps going for some of like the younger kids, like we talked about. Like obviously, like do what we can to give back and try and get them motivated to kind of get to where we're at and stuff. So
Love it.
yeah, it'll be good.
If we can do anything to help out, let me know.
Yeah, that'd be
Bring
awesome.
a mic out or something.
That'd be awesome. Yeah,
That'd be good stuff.
Mic up, Coach Draper.
Yeah.
Get me yelling at all the kids. Yeah.
You're yelling at all the kids.
You should have came to the field tournament if you want to get a fucking good mic'd up session.
While
I was
you're yelling?
screaming. My voice was gone until literally like 5 days later. Because you're so far away from them all too, right?
Yeah, you're
Especially
outside.
field, like the players are like 50, 60 feet away at all times, right? So you have to yell. But I was screaming. We'd call timeouts and like I don't know, they'd be like, "All right, Draper, like go yell at them." Like that's where I got to. So yeah, I was the mean coach, but hopefully they didn't take any of that personally. So
You're just hitting them with the stick, the long pole.
oh no, I wouldn't do any of that.
Do it like
but
this.
definitely yelling for sure.
Yeah.
Trying to fire them up. I'm just like a morale guy, glue guy, trying to get the boys going. So
Love it.
doing what I could. Yeah.
I forgot to ask. Does Colorado have a game? Is the schedule out?
No.
When's it out?
I would assume a few weeks. Yeah, I don't think we
Okay.
know a date yet.
All right.
But I think I don't know if this is like true or not. They might be changing like the schedule a bit. From like last year, it was always like it's been like all the like if you're in the East, like Halifax, like would never really cross over to the West. But I think they're changing it now, so everyone's gonna play each other at least once. Get a little more parity in the league, like get a little more travel for all those guys too.
But like
so.
you don't know if it would be like Halifax and Colorado, or
Yeah, we're not
you don't
sure,
know.
50-50 chance, I guess. Yeah. So we'll
If
see.
the stars align.
The stars align.
All right.
If we get blessed.
Yeah.
Be cool. I think it'd be cool.
Absolutely.
It'd be like a home game for the Mammoth, I think.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, it'd be fun. So we'll see. Yeah, whenever that comes out, but yeah, whatever. If it's here, there, wherever we get to play, I'm looking forward to it. Go to
Right.
some of the cities we haven't been to yet. I haven't been to like Georgia, New York. Like I got to go to Buffalo last year. Haven't played like in Toronto's arena yet. We played them in like at the track, like their practice arena last year.
Yeah.
It'll be cool to play in some of those arenas we haven't played in, because I've been like San Diego twice now, Vegas twice, Saskatchewan twice. So it'd be cool to kind of get to somewhere we haven't been yet.
You got to mix it up.
Got to mix it up, yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to let you go. Thank you for coming. I
Okay,
appreciate
brother.
it. I wish you the
Appreciate
best of luck over these next
Appreciate
12
that.
months.
Appreciate that.
And then you'll come back 12 months later, and then we'll talk about what you did.
Have some more stories for you.
Sound good?
Pleasure being here, brother.
All right, man.
Appreciate you.
All the best. Everyone listening, you know, I can't thank you enough. I don't have a job if it isn't for you guys, so appreciate it. Love you. We're out.
Peace.
Peace.